What's happening, guys? It's Tony aka T-Slaps here, back with a brand new Draft League video, baby. I'm your coach of the Austin FC Verdeerlings. This is our round 2 semifinal game of BBR playoffs, our Little Cup Draft League where we use baby Pokemon to duke it out. This week we're going up against T-Row, coach of the Toledo Mudkips. Of course, you can go check out our opponent and all the other BBR coaches down in the description below, as well as be sure to leave a like if you do end up enjoying the video, and subscribe if you are new, as new draft content is uploaded weekly on the channel. Spoilers for last week, so go check out that game at the top right hand corner if you haven't seen it already. But we played Kirby in back-to-back games for round 1 of playoffs, and thanks to some strong overall prep, we won a very narrow game to keep our win streak going and our chances at the championship alive. We're just one win away from finals. However, we are playing hands down one of the most well-known names in LC Draft and one of the strongest coaches in the league in T-Row. Now time to tell you guys what we're bringing and why we're bringing it, so if you're just interested in the battle, there's a timestamp on the screen or in the description to take you to the game. Now, T-Row's team can be summed up as some of the biggest threats from throughout our entire season wrapped all into one team. The Snow Core of Alolan Sandshrew and Alolan Vulpix go hand in hand to provide screen supports to try and sweep my team with that Alolan Sandshrew. Elekid outspeeds even my fastest Pokemon naturally and nearly OHKOs my entire team with a Life Orb. And Webs aren't really a great option here with Cutiefly's horrendous matchup and with a reliable spinner on his team. Finally, he has Wingull, which speed ties with our fastest Pokemon and can threaten my entire team with OHKOs with its dual stabs, or just go Scarf to give T-Row the entire speed advantage the entire game. Starting off our team this week is our breaker for T-Row's team, HOUNDOUR. We're running a physical set this week, as powering up our Sucker Punch to its full potential could be super important for grabbing KOs on weakened Elekid or Wingull. This also boosts up the power of Psychic Fangs, which could allow me to KO his best answer in Makuhita unexpectedly, really opening up the endgame for HOUNDOUR to clean. We have Flame Charge to boost up our speed, as his team is limited in what can outspeed and revenge me at +2. And finally, we have Crunch as our strongest stab option. We're running Shucka Berry this week as lure for the Alolan Sandshrew, which may think it can KO me with an Earthquake in the snow before I gain the advantage with a strong Flame Charge. Or if the only thing standing in my way from cleaning up is the Numel, I can safely switch in with a combination of Shucka and Flash Fire. Our second Pokemon on our team this week is Aipom. We're running an Eviolite on Aipom in order to give me a pivot into the Wingull or the Alolan Sandshrew in a pinch, as nothing else on my team really appreciates its dual stabs. We have a moveset of Fury Swipes paired with Skill Link for our main stab, Knock Off to remove important items across T-Row's team, Fake Out for strong priority chip and to weaken the Wingull into Sucker Punch range for our HOUNDOUR, and finally Brick Break allows us to OHKO the Alolan Sandshrew and destroy Alolan Vulpix's Aurora Veil. The third Pokemon on the team is our dedicated lead in this game with Corphish. We are running a Choice Scarf variant in order to break through T-Row's team with our strong adaptability liquidations. I actually tried running Crabhammer this week, but in mocks I was getting so unlucky with my misses, so I just decided to scrap it and run Liquidation to be safer, so hopefully the slight reduction in damage doesn't come back to haunt me. This functions really well as a lead, as if he leads with a non-Choice Scarf Wingull, we can OHKO it with the Scarf Rock Slide. If he leads with Elekid, we can OHKO it with a non-Eviolite variant with Liquidations, and most importantly, we always can scare the lead Numel trying to set up hazards. Scarf Corphish outspeeds my entire opponent's team and has a real chance of cleaning up late game. One way to help put Corphish in a good position to clean late game is our Q-Fan, who has Stealth Rocks to get important chip across T-Row's team. We're rocking an Eviolite set to give me a soft check into the Elekid, as with our EV investment, even Life Orb Focus Blast will never KO us. We're running Sheer Force Boosted Iron Head as our strong stab into the opponent's team, high horsepower to OHKO the Elekid, hit the Sandshrew and the Alolan Grimer, and then headbutt to blow back the Makuhita, which we'd always outspeed with our speed investment. The MVP of our last game is back this week with Krogunk, sporting a new item this season as our second choice Scarfer. With the fighting resist on T-Row's team being the ever frail Wingull, Scarf fighting stabs are actually super strong into his team. We're rocking Gunk Shot just in case we need a nuke button, but we'll pretty much always be clicking either Drain Punch for reliable damage and recovery, Cross Chop if we need a stronger, albeit less reliable fighting move to guarantee an OHKO, or Vacuum Wave in order to pick up the KO on a Alolan Sandshrew or any weakened Pokemon that happen to outspeed us due to like Slush Rush or Choice Scarfs respectively. Finally, to wrap up this team, we're bringing Coughing, as we need something to pivot into both Grookey and Alolan Grimer. Grookey is the only Pokemon that stops our Corphish in its tracks, and Eviolite Alolan Grimer can be a nuisance for our team to break, especially for our HOUNDOUR. We're rocking a physically defensive set meant to weaken the Alolan Grimer or pivot into Grookey and Makuhita, with Sludge Bomb as our main stab, Flamethrower as a way of hitting the Alolan Sandshrew and Alolan Vulpix for huge damage, Pain Split paired with our held Oranberry to stay healthy, and Thief as I anticipate getting knocked off by my opponent, and being able to steal an Eviolite from like the Makuhita or the Alolan Grimer would be amazing, as it would make my endgame sweepers much more dangerous. That's going to be our team for semifinals of playoffs. What do you guys think of the team? Let me know in the comment section below what changes you would have made to the team. It's been a while, admittedly, since I've made it this far in a league, and I want to take it all the way for myself and you guys, the fans, so I am beyond nervous for this matchup. Also, T-Row has been a big help the entire season, so not being able to get any help from him for this game is super scary. Big thank you to JBear for the build help and mock support this week, as well as Keegan for the mock. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around, and hit that like button if you did up and join the team builder. Now let's not hold back the game any longer. Let's get into this match.
We are getting into semifinals against T-Row. Oh my goodness, I am beyond nervous for this game. I mean, you have no idea the nerves I'm feeling. Oh, my heart could just burst in my chest. But here we are going against T-Row. Big shout to T-Row. I mean, he's been a big help to me this entire season. Between him and JBear especially, they have been a ton of help in getting me to this point. So no matter what, this is going to be a really, really good game. I'm really hoping for a clean game with T-Row here. But beyond all else, you know, we're really looking to make finals here. So let's see what 6 he decided to bring. So we're going to see the Alolan Vulpix, the Makuhita, the Alolan Grimer. A lot of Alolan Pokemon on this team. Wingull, the Alakid, and the Alolan Sandshrew. So things we do not see. We don't see the Ralts, not surprising. We don't see the Numel, and we don't see the Grookey. So I'm not going to say like I'm surprised not to see them necessarily. I mean, I think it was really hard for him to like narrow down which 6 he wanted to bring in this matchup, because there's a lot that like could really fit to that last slot. I think no matter what here though, we're gonna lead off with our Corphish. I think worst case is he leads with either the... There's a few like different leads I wouldn't enjoy actually. I think I'm going to lead with it and go from there. And just hope for the best. This was really meant to help me against the Numel, because I figured that was going to lead and set up rocks, but he didn't bring his Numel at all. So this kind of puts an awkward like misstep into my plans. So I'm very interested to see what he decides to bring, or what he decides to lead. Good luck, have fun. He could still have rocks. He could have it on his Alolan Sandshrew for sure, but Pillsbury, that's going to be the Makuhita, which is actually kind of one of the things I didn't really love to see on lead, because I don't want to catch a knockoff. I really don't. I would love to keep my Scarf. That would be super awesome. However, I don't have a great switch into this thing. So I think I'm going to have to just catch the knockoff and just get some damage off on this, which is fine. I don't mind that. I'm going to just knock off and just get some huge damage on his team. Getting chip off on this will be super important. I wonder if he was like expecting a Palm to lead or something. I don't know. We're going to go ahead. If we don't see the knockoff, I'm going to be super happy. We're going to do exactly half. Get a defense drop. Shouldn't matter. Don't show me knock. He's going to Drain Punch. So actually that knockoff, or the defense drop, is going to be super huge now, because I should kill. So it actually does end up being a really big defense drop. So sorry about that, T-Row. I'm so glad I didn't see knock though. Trying to see if I can figure out what's up with this set. So at -1 defense, we should always kill with another one. So we're gonna click it again. That's such a big defense drop. I'm so sorry, T-Row. That was really huge. We should kill with another one here, and this is gonna open up our end game pretty well. He's gonna keep this thing alive. This thing's obviously one of his EV light users. We're gonna see come in here. We're gonna see the Alolan Grimer come in, so this thing might just get 2-shot as well. We're gonna liquidation again. We're gonna do just under half. So if we were Crab Hammer, we 2-shot this thing, but man, I was just getting so unlucky in mocks that I just really could not risk it. We're gonna go into our coughing here though. I don't know if I necessarily am gonna beat this Grimer 1v1, but we can at least, I mean, this is kind of what it's here for, just to help me at least chip it down. We're going to see a knockoff come out. That's fine for me. We're going to see it do 9 damage. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and click Thief here. Try to take his item. Unless this is a really fast Grimer, I should be fine here to just thief his item. No big deal. We're going to see him withdraw. What are we going to see come in? The Makuhita? Alpha. That's a new guy. Elekid. Okay, so we're gonna steal a pretty important item from his team. What are we gonna steal? Are you gonna steal your life orb? Your Oranberry. Interesting. Okay, so Oranberry's gone off this. I kind of want to go into Q-Fant. That's really scary though. I could go into Apom and fake out as well. I kind of like going into Q-Fant here. Can Q-Fant live a Psychic here into like Cross Chop from this Elekid? I mean, it's not boosting item. Psychic's gonna. I mean, he can just Thunderbolt as well as a neutral click. I think I'm just gonna have to let myself go down here. I'm gonna click Flamethrower. I'm gonna let myself go down. He's gonna click Psychic. Oh my god. I just knocked my headset off. That's fine. So he's gonna KO me. Oh, because I thieved his Oranberry, duh. I'm stupid. So I can go into... I want to go into Krogunk here. And keep clicking Drain Punch against his team. I can go into Q-Fant here and set up my rocks. We're just high horsepower on his team. Focus Blast is gonna do a ton to me, right? But I should always take it. High horsepower should always kill. So we're gonna go into our Q-Fant for now. Don't know how I feel about this, but we're gonna go ahead and rocks would be nice here. Rocks would be so nice, but if I'm wrong, like I think there's other situations or other scenarios where I can get my rocks up. If I get it wrong here and I just take a huge chunk without taking out the Elekid, I'm like in such a bad spot. He's gonna Volt Switch, okay. Oh, he's gonna crit me. Yeah, I knew that was too much damage. God, that sucks. Okay, I can't complain too much, but yeah, that's a really big crit. That's a really big crit because now you can kill me with a Cross Chop. Okay. But that's not too bad. I think I might honestly sack to get my rocks up, depending on what comes in here. And then at that point, I'd be in like I'd be putting his team in range of my Corphish like in game really well at that point. I think like everything would die. So right now I'm looking at his Wingull and his Vulpix being the Scarfers. In which case that would stop my Corphish for sure. But if I can get a little bit of chip on that Makuhita, then my Houndour looks really good in this team. Same with the Grimer. If I can get a little bit of chip on that Grimer, that's why I think rocks would be super nice. We're gonna see Pillsbury come in. That's gonna be the Makuhita. If we land this, I think we kill with an Iron Head following. That did a good amount. So I think we just kill with the Zen here. We should kill with the Zen. Honestly, we could probably kill with an Iron Head, I think. It's like really close, so I'm gonna click Zen Headbutt. I don't want to risk it. That's like so close. We're gonna Zen Headbutt. We're gonna pick up the Makuhita here. So down it goes. That's really good for my Houndour, especially. So next should come in. I mean, what, the Elekid can come back in, I guess? No Shrew, okay. Well, this is where that Earthquake, Earthquake wouldn't have killed me without the crit. So this is where that's kind of gonna put me in a really tough spot here. Yeah, Earthquake didn't kill me without that crit. We can go into Corphish here, although I think I died to an Earthquake. Yeah, I do. I can go into Apom. Apom doesn't seem bad. I can go into Apom here, actually. Let's do that. Is that what I want to do here? Or I can go into Houndour, take the Earthquake. Do I kill with the Flame Charge without Snow Whip? I do, and I don't. This thing isn't Eviolite. I'm gonna go into Snowshrew here, and go into my. Yeah, I'm gonna go into my Houndour here. With our Shucka Berry, we'll take this hit and we can get Flame Charge up. It's gonna Earthquake. That's fine. We're gonna take it. That did a ton of damage. Okay, and I can just flame charge here and pick up this guy. There we go. Okay. I won't lie, Grimer is like kind of in this cusp of living multiple hits, so you might just go into Grimer and that put me in an awkward spot, and then I wasted my Shaka. But I don't know if that's something he can. I don't know if that's a play he can make right now. I suppose it can. If he does that though, like kind of gives me an opportunity to set up my rocks, I think, and just let my, yeah, maybe that's the sequence there. He's gonna save it. The reason I didn't go into my Apom on this was because I want to keep it healthy to take a hit from Wingull just in case. You can go into Vulpix here. That's fine. We're gonna flame charge. Gonna do a good amount. If this thing is scarfed, it's a speed tie. Do I just kill with a sucker punch at this point? I should kill with a sucker. But if I get this flame charge up, I'm in such a good spot. If I don't get it off, then we still have you in the back, and I can always click vacuum wave, right, and KO the Sandshrew. I'm gonna sucker. I don't want him to be. Oh man. Okay, I should have flame charged. Okay. Oh my god, he's gonna freaking land the hypnosis too, bro. That's so. Okay, we're gonna keep the thing alive as a sack. I'm gonna go get my rocks up. I need my rocks up here. Get that chip on Wingull, get the chip on Grimer. That's awful. Had I flame charged. If I flame charged, I would have been in such a good spot. That might cost me the game, man. We're gonna go into this. See the Veil get set up. I have Brick Break in the back, so I'm not like really worried 100%. Let me get my rocks up here. That sucks. That might be what. Wow, man, that might lose us the whole game. So we see Veil and Hypnosis. We can go into his Sandshrew here. I'm gonna set up my rocks. I'm gonna have to let this go down. I don't want to set up an SD for free. Although he might just set up an SD and win right now. Do I have to go into Apom? Hard Apom, does that do me anything? I don't think so. I don't think that's ever the play. I think I'll go HOUNDOUR and just sack it here. No. I save this. I go for Iron Head. Let me still go down. You're gonna spin. Okay. That's fine. It's gonna crit me. Speed boost, but he was already outspeeding my team. Oh my god, this thing Eviolite? God damn. He's gonna Earthquake here. I can still save this thing. Now that I don't think he's SD, I'm gonna switch and sack. Go into Apom, Fake Out, Brick Break. Go from there. If he's SD, I might just lose. Keeping this thing alive though, the Q-Fan will be nice. We see Earthquake come out. Okay, so we go into Apom. I can Fake Out into Brick Break, I think. I think I'm just gonna raw Brick Break. I should kill this thing. I guess not if he's Choppel, but I don't know if that's gonna matter. We'll Fake Out. We'll Fake Out here. I was trying to think about how I can maybe like set up to prevent Snow from being up for too much longer, but that's fine. We're just gonna Fake Out here. Maybe just going for the hard Brick Break was better, but we're gonna Fake Out. Like I said, this thing could be like Choppleberry, and you would live the hit, and there's nothing I can really do to stop that. But then at least I can revenge in the back. Man, dude, that sucks. I'm such a bad. Can't believe I didn't flame charge there. So maybe he's Icy Rock? He's not Light Clay. We can Brick Break here. He's gonna Iron Head. Come on, bro. Is he gonna outspeed me here? Because such a joke, man. There we go. Okay, so down goes the Sandshrew. Okay. So Wingle's still in the back. I need to keep Apom alive for that. I think Q-Fant's my next sack here. As he goes into Vulpix, I believe. No, Elekid. I sack Q-Fant here. I think my Wing-Con has to be to weaken Wingle into like Warpish range or something. Maybe I need to sack Apom here actually. Because I'm thinking if I let Q-Fant die here, then Air Slash just becomes super free against my last two guys. That's not really what I want. I want a way to at least punish him locking into Air Slash. But I don't think I have a way of doing that just yet. I think Apom faking out the Wingle twice is maybe it. But I don't even know if I kill two fake outs. Gonna Volt Switch. We're gonna live. Oh, man. Having my rocks up would be nice here for that Wingle. Which is probably gonna come in here. I mean, we live a U-turn, so he at least can't do that. Yeah, he's gonna go into his Wingle here. Yeah, maybe I should have sacked Apom there. I'm gonna lose. Fuck, man. Fuck. That flinch sucked. That Iron Head flinch was so bad, man. What do I do here? Maybe I go into Krogunk. Can Krogunk live in Air Slash? No, it never lives. What about you, Horpish? Can you live this Air Slash, man? Never, man. Never, never, never. So, I guess I have to sack Q-Fant here. I think I just lose to the Scarfed Wingle. I guess I can hope that he's not Scarf. Actually, I wonder if he even kills me if he's Scarfed. He's gonna Surf. Like, maybe my play was to go into... Go into Krogunk on that, maybe? I don't know. I do not know, man. I can go into Corpus here as well. Anticipating him being Scarfed. That allows me to Liquidation into his team. Maybe he misplays. Do this, man. I think Liquidation 2-shots this thing at least. It might not. No, it does. It does. It does. I guess we'll find out right now if he's Scarfed. I guess I could have clicked Rock Slide as well, but it doesn't kill the Elekid or anything. I want to punish those guys. Because if he lets me get this damage off, then it's not over. Because then, obviously, if he's not Scarfed and he lets me get this damage off, then we still have an endgame with Krogunk. But he's going to swap because he's Scarfed, right? He's going to go into his Vulpix and sack it. So down this thing goes. From there, I imagine he goes into Wingle. And... what? What's my play from there? I think if he goes Wingle, I just lose here. He has to misplay and like go into Elekid and let me take it. Yeah, he's gonna go into his Wingle. Maybe it's Air Slash, and he just cleans up, unless he misses. I mean, if I get this damage off, then I can save a fake out. I don't think so. I think I just lose here, man. Sucks. I was so close. That flinch just sucks so much. I mean, I'm talking about that a ton, and it really did matter, obviously, right? Because I would have lived in Air Slash here with my Apom because I'm Eviolite. But the biggest thing was just me not clicking Flame Charge on that Vulpix, man. I just didn't want him to be Scarfed and him win the speed tie. That's so unfortunate, man. I don't think so. I don't think Grimer ever dies to 2. Nah, no way. Alright, well, let's go. If I was knocked, maybe it mattered, but no, I would have had to live that and then gotten the knockoff. That's gonna be it, man. There goes our run off that Ironhead fucking flinch, bro. That's so unfortunate. I think I had this game for sure. Even with the limited help I had. Oh well. Correct play for him is just to switch out here. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter. He has that little kid in the back. GG to T-Row. That's just how it goes. I mean, we won 7 games straight, so that, at least there's always that to look back on too. I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. I'm really sad that that's how we go out. But you can go check out T-Row down in the description below. You can go check out how he does in finals. And yeah, that's gonna be it. I want to thank you guys so much for sticking around for the season, for all the support. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next league. Peace.